Good boy, Pascal. Oh, it's you. I'm just doing a checkup on Pascal. He's been doing great. Mr. Svarog's programs are extremely effective. It's just hard to know if it'll last. Would you like to speak with Pascal?
Вот так нормально. Хорошо, что замутился. То сейчас упало бы. Какое задание?
You're in good health, Pascal. Today's checkup is over. Shall we head back now? Please wait.
Почему?
Flower.
Ария?
Huh? Pascal, make myself.
Стоп, это металлические цветы. Это будет в виде предмета где-нибудь отображено? Интересно, как это выглядит.
Big sister, would you like a flower?
Плохо. Что там еще? Давно я, кстати, как Олю не бил. Надо будет это исправить. Почему она висит? Хотя тут какое-то поле не вижу. А здесь что такого интересного? Третья. И опять рейнджера где-то надо найти. Стоп. Может быть, нет, это уже за задание. По центру. Нет. Что это? Ну тут же полно телефонов, да. Это все задание? Кстати, надо будет за уровни. Это же не какое-нибудь задание. На всякий случай лучше не буду туда подходить.
Is there anything you'd like to share with me?
Опять реклама? Спросите у Топас. Наверное, в музее у Пелы, у Пелагии Сергеевны. А я думал, в музее. Ну ладно. И? Интересно. Просто комп врубился. В принципе, я так и понял, раз оно так на такой долгий срок зависает. Каждый год какая-то херня. Именно осенью под конец. Интересно, сколько сейчас жесткий диск стоит? Да нет, вроде одинаково. Мне просто показалось то, что Кавка медленнее ногами перебирает, чем другие персонажи, но вроде бы нет. Опять спам. Еще как в папку спам перейду. Точнее, пошлю тебя. Я у тебя ничего не покупаю. И не буду. Это типа твоя личная коллекция книг, что ли? Да уж. Я вот никогда не был в библиотеках с настолько высокими полками. А это что за макулатура? Капец. Кому интересно, там на паузу нажмите. Мне пока что это не интересно, я это все позже буду читать. Вот-то мне это напоминает.
Ah, you're back.
Ты сказал, что меня больше не побеспокоишь. Ну ладно. Вообще-то я не это имел. Теперь надо на Герту? Конечно, награда. А ну-ка. 15 тысяч кредитов. Вау. А кто? А, пела. Что ты плачешь? Аж 3 сообщения пропустил. Ай-яй-яй. Так иди поспи. Лучше иди поспать сначала. Ну, ладно. Блин, если бы это было на самом деле, было бы прикольно. Но, к сожалению, это чисто для галочки. Будет выполняться за кадром. Давай. А, ну точно, она ж мне выпала. Ой, то есть я ее получил. И не прокачал. А надо бы.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
What's next?
Ну, на белобоге. Ну, в этом есть доля правды. Теперь Находюша будет тут, что ли? Ну ладно, пусть будет. Так, это на Ярила, это на Лофу и Ярила. Давай, пожалуй, тебя. А, да? Точняк, я же случайно активировал. Ну ладно. Если вкратце, там Олег что-то наговорил и
Is that a stain?
послал нас в бойцовский клуб.
My friend. That's it. I give up.
Friends of the I mean, friends of Bellabog, the champion of the 1,761st Fighting King Challenge, 30 tournaments, 28 victories, the Boulder King of Fists, Luka!
Ну, да, по идее, это вообще первое знакомство. А вот про зелье я забыл.
Looks like it's over already.
Hey, Zila! And, you are?
Дай посмотрю.
Oh, I forgot to introduce her. This is the Trailblazer. You must have heard of her before.
Oh, so this is the Trailblazer who helped reunite the overworld with the underworld. It's truly a pleasure to meet you. Were you here just to see my fight? Well, I'm flattered. I just won a little fight in a cage. What you did was much bigger than that.
Luka! Luka! Luka!
Ugh, the crowd never gets tired, do they?
Do you want to head outside? It's a bit loud for talking in here. See you next time, everyone. There are sparks.
Такая
Get to fly.
знаменитость.
Ugh, finally. I think we lost them. Let's chat here.
You're popular as ever, champion.
Oh, are you still angry at me over that one time, Zila? I just got a bit carried away.
Nothing. Just that thing Chief Oleg mentioned before. It's not like we actually fought. Two senior members of Wildfire duking it out in the Fight Club? That would be bad form.
Он член
The
Дик.
mood
Ну
was
хотя
on fire
повязка,
that
да.
day, but the final match was over in just a few swings. Everyone wanted more. So in the heat of the moment, I just... Oh, come on. Don't hold that against me, Zila. I've always been impressed by you. I've wanted to spar with you for ages.
Ugh, I don't fight for fun. Stop getting your hopes up. Anyway, now that you've dragged us out here, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. So I'm trying to get a plan going.
Давай, рассказывай.
Not really. It's my personal training plan.
Блин, вот эта вот формулировка в русском языке «да нет» — это вообще просто апофеоз всего. Интересно, как вообще иностранцу понять вот эту фразу «да нет»?
I want you to join me in witnessing the next steps in the development of Luka, the Boulder Town fighting champion.
Whoa, hold your horses. Chief Oleg wanted us to come and cheer for you. He didn't say anything about becoming your sparring partners. We haven't got the time.
Согласен.
You can't hide anything on that face of yours. Oleg already told me that things in the underworld are pretty peaceful now. And even Wildfire's running out of things to do. Besides, look at this gal! You want in, right? I knew it.
Ugh, there's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine. Since
Почему
you
тут не
agree,
было варианта
cut me in
отказаться?
two.
Great, that's
Было бы
settled then.
забавно.
The training is on Svarog's turf. I heard about your achievements. You probably know that place like the back of your hand, right? Just let me know when you're ready and we can head over together.
have a bad feeling about this. Luca always does things on the spur of the moment.
Ну, импульсивный.
Too passionate. Either way, it's classic Luca. I'm used to it by now.
Мусорка.
Still, when it comes to fighting on the front lines, you can put your life in his hands. There's a dozen of us in Wildfire who are still in his debt, not to mention ordinary underworlders. That's a story for another day. I have no idea what he's up to this time. We'll just have to wait and see.
How about it? Are you ready to head out?
Да, давай.
That was fast. Let's do it. Keep up, Zila. Don't fall behind.
I don't need you to remind me. Let's go.
Ну, раз тут... Ну, вообще, наверное, как обычно сделаю. Вот так вот как-то. Ладно, пусть будет получать по лицу. Вообще, я бы сюда и Март бы поставил. Ну да ладно.
This is Svarog's turf. Where to now?
Don't worry, just follow me. We need to find a mechanic called Cassidy first. I've hit him up before. This way.
Кассиди?
Luca,
Да.
you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for ages.
Relax, bro. I'm a man of my word. No need to stress out.
And these two are... Oh! Missy! To think that two senior Wildfire members are...
Ну как сказать, заинтересовались.
trivial problems.
Нас
They
заставили.
just came along to help. Don't mind them. Just tell us exactly what happened.
Came along to help, huh?
Oh, okay. This may sound strange, but I'm an amateur mechanic. I like collecting scrap in my free time, doing odd jobs, like putting robots together, that sort of thing. But a few days ago, two of my robots suddenly disappeared. They were my pride and joy. I usually leave them in the tent when I head out. Everyone in the settlement knows each other. This has never happened before. Someone must have set their sights on my robots and stolen them while I was gone. I just don't know how they managed it. Did they change the programming? But that's not possible. It's not impossible. I just don't think there's anyone in the settlement capable of something like that.
Ну, значит,
You
есть.
see, two robots. Do you have any clues? Any reasonable guesses? We need to have an opening to start the investigation.
Not really. But here's the most mysterious part of all this. One of the machines they stole was a drone. I call it Little Faye. Little Faye has an alarm that buzzes non-stop as soon as any unauthorized people get close. It's guaranteed.
Значит, это кто-то из поселения.
But I didn't hear Little Faye's alarm at all. I still can't figure out how that happened. Trust me, I know the people here. It's extremely unlikely.
Ну, это кто-то знакомый.
A drone that was supposed to sound an alarm suddenly went silent. Worth remembering.
Это типа квест расследования
Anything else?
какой-то.
Let me think. Oh, there is one other thing.
Да
I don't
говори.
know if it's useful. Little Faye also has a tracker. If it gets too far from Big Ben... Oh, Big Ben is the name of the other robot. If there's too much distance between them, Little Faye will automatically start routing and fly to Big Ben's location. That's all, I suppose. I tried to find clues myself, but I don't know where to start. This job needs real professionals.
Mm-hmm. Cool, we've got this. Don't worry, bro. We promise we'll find your robots.
Hey, how can you be so sure?
Trust me, Zila. Don't worry, Cassidy. Wildfire's on the case. You just rest up here and don't let this ruin your day.
Может быть, это
What
ты
was
ее
that all
украл?
about? You're 100% certain we're gonna find those robots for him?
Slow down, Zila. Listen to my analysis first. It's a big job to steal 2 robots without anyone noticing, especially when one of them has an alarm. I'm guessing that our thief friend never even took little Faye.
А, летунчик сам к нему пошел.
I think the thief knew that little Faye had an alarm, so they decided to break it. But they also knew that Cassidy could fix little Faye and use its tracker function to find Big Ben. The thief must have tossed the broken drone somewhere and only made off with Big Ben. Hey, why are you both looking at me like that? Say something. Seriously? You gotta tell me if there are holes in my logic.
So, you do have a brain somewhere in all that muscle.
Не то, что у него мышечная
I'm
масса
not just
большая.
biceps and steel, you know. Well, if you all agree with what I said, let's go prove it. Missing drones are a bit of a regular occurrence down here. Come on, move those legs.
Luca, do you often find stuff for other people?
Seems like it. Kids always come to me when they lose stuff.
No wonder.
Man, this area is so run down. I wouldn't want to live here.
The people living here don't want to either. They've got no other choice.
We can change that, right?
Yeah.
Это бегунчик? Ой, этот летунчик. Бегунчик,
Look, there's
летунчик.
a drone over there. But how can we tell if it's the one Cassidy lost?
А, принести ему?
Here, look. Someone deliberately scratched off the paintwork. Didn't even do a good job of it.
Oh, you're right. You've got a good eye, Zila. Whoever did it must have been in a hurry. We need to fix this little guy up. Can you lend a hand?
Что, там опять соединять? Немного подумал, ладно.
Done! The little one can fly again.
Так, давай, путь.
Little Faye, reinitialization complete.
Выстраивай путь.
We really found it. Pretty lucky if you ask me.
Scanning for signal from Big Ben.
Oh, listen.
Бен?
That
Что?
must be the tracking system Cassidy mentioned.
Signal not found. Big Ben is currently too far away from this unit. Tracking function must be enabled.
Он здесь?
It
Или
really
в другой
does have a
какой-то
tracking
локации?
function. Let's see how useful it is.
Ну, давай. А, я должен был активировать. Я думал, он автоматически
Follow it!
включается.
Look, that fellow over there is acting pretty shifty. He's gotta be the thief we're looking for. Let's go and have a chat with him.
Я думал, он всегда тут стоял. Ну ладно.
Hey, friend.
What? Who's there? A red ribbon? What? Wildfire? Huh? How did you... I'm doing just fine. No monsters around here. Why don't you, go bother someone else?
Shying away from honest work, indulging in petty crime. Of course you're doing just fine.
I'm not sure this falls under petty crime, Zila. That whole robot he's got next to him. It's Big Ben, all right.
Hold on a second. Who told you the name of this robot? Don't tell me it's...
That's right. Cassidy sent us here. Hand over what you stole, or be prepared to face the fist of a champion.
Fists of a champion, huh? I've come this far. I won't be able to show my face around here if news gets out. Do your worst. Big Ben, let's get him.
То есть ты его
Going all
перепрограммировал?
the way, huh? Enough talk then. Luca, let's get him.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Here, let me punch some sense into you.
Ну это такая коротенькая, как по мне.
The punches decide. Don't get cocky. Give it up. You're no match for us.
I can't turn back now.
You've got guts. Time to end this. Step out of it.
That'll stand still.
Spare me, please. All of you. I shouldn't have stolen anything. I admit. Give me a second chance.
Зачем ты вообще украл роботов? Зачем они тебе?
The Multimerville warrior. The peerless Boulder champion.
Это ты при себя, да?
Upholding justice and peace once again. Nice. Our thieving friend surrendered, and Big Ben looks to be in one piece. The first step of the champion's
Первый
training is
этап,
complete.
то есть их несколько.
Huh? Why are you two so straight-faced? Can't you look a little happy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What was all that supposed to be?
No, that's nothing, just a slogan. Don't take it too seriously. Let's get Big Ben back to Cassidy.
А его с собой не возьмем, что ли?
Let's finish up here. But I'm gonna put it out there. We're not gonna forget those lines of yours anytime soon.
I'm sorry, please. I've reset its systems. It won't attack you anymore. Just... I can't stay here. I'm sorry.
Да.
I've
Где у тебя...
Beep boop.
Господи...
Big Ben misses home. Big Ben wants to talk with little Faye. Big Ben wants to play with Cassidy. Go home. Go home.
Если это все, то какой-то маленький квест.
Big Ben! Oh, you're back!
Beep boop. Cassidy. Little Faye. Cassidy.
I don't know how I can ever thank you, Luca, Sila, and Miss Outsider. My life can finally get back on track now.
See? I kept my word, right? Wildfire's senior members always deliver what we promise.
I've never doubted you, Luca. I'll remember this forever. Right? Time to take little Faye and Big Ben for a systems check. Until next time.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll catch up later. Ah, that felt great. Such a wholesome feeling to help other people, don't you think?
To be honest, I think you could have handled it yourself. You said this was the first step, right? So just how many steps does your
Меня
training
тоже
have
этот вопрос
exactly?
интересует.
3. Just 3 steps. Trust me, it won't take too much of your time. Easy.
Ну давай говори, куда
About to tell
дальше.
ya.
Может быть, к Сварогу он какое-нибудь задание
Next,
даст.
we're gonna clear up all the Fragmentum cronies still left in this settlement.
Fragmentum, but the settlement.
Заклепка град, что ли?
Wasn't affected by Fragmentum, right? You're not wrong. The fissure here only recently opened up. Master Oleg got the intel from our network
Сеть?
just yesterday. I asked
У
him to
вас
leave the
есть
case to me.
сеть?
Perfect for the second step of our training, right?
Like master, like student. I admire your attitude. In any case, if this concerns the Fragmentum, then there's no time to lose. Where
Вот
are
это
the
уже будет на
monsters?
другой
Lead the way.
локации, насколько я понимаю.
Way ahead of you. Follow me.
Или в этом же поселении. Все на одной локации. Понял. Ну, это на самом деле даже
Luca,
удобно.
come clean with me. Are you here for some other reason?
It's just training, for real. It's not like you to be so suspicious, Sela. Say, how did you settle your beef with Svarog? Tell me the juicy details.
Ну, мы ему просто надавали.
It's a long
И всё.
story. I'll tell you later.
Все? Я думал, побольше поговорить. Ну ладно.
There's so many of them. Are you sure the fissure only recently opened up?
Our intel should have been accurate. Seems like Boss Svarog must have let his guard down. These guys are messing up his turf.
Может быть, он отошел?
Enough talk. Let's clean up this area.
Я хотел свапнуть персонажа, ну ладно.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Don't get cocky.
Cutting the net. Time for a shot. Relax. I'm on guard.
The punches decide. Step out of it.
Cutting the net. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Теперь сверху. Засада.
Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly! Don't get cocky.
Stand still. Say bye to breathing.
А тут есть какие-нибудь сундуки, нет? Не, нету.
Step out of it.
Cutting the net. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Strike first.
Да. Нельзя.
No wonder these minions are so active. There's a big fella hiding behind them.
So this guy is the source of it all, right? If we take him out, the Fragmentum activity in this area should subside for a while. And Trial 2 will be complete.
That's right. What's up? Starting to get into it, Zila?
It's been too long since I had a good workout. This will be a nice warm-up.
All right. We'll charge in once you're ready. Just getting started. Don't get cocky. Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly!
May as well kill them all. Relax. Lance at the ready.
Блин, можно было взять, наверное, все-таки Марза вместо Стелла.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Small fry.
bye to breathing. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Nearly there. It's not gonna last much longer. I'm on guard.
I'll deal the final blow.
Ну давай посмотрим, за кем он будет.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Кстати, я ж не посмотрела, какой тебе конус тут дали? Взгляд жертвы. Хорошо, понял. Блин, реально последний удар за ним.
Ooh, that was a tough one. Good teamwork, guys. Luca, is that everything?
The Multamerville Warrior. The peerless Boulder Champion. Defeater of evil throughout
Это
the
мантра.
world.
И что? Почему ты это повторяешь? Ладно, пусть будет.
Are you okay? Why are you so hyped? What's going on?
It's just a normal victory celebration. No need to be so alarmed.
Раз зелье на это так реагирует, то это реально
I might have
необычно.
let it slide if it was in the cage. On second thought, no. That was cringe even by Fight Club standards.
Ah, don't get so worked up, Zila. I'm thinking clearly. Plus, didn't we just get rid of another major threat to the underworld?
True, but quit changing the subject. This new routine of yours is just...
Don't worry. I promise you, it'll only last till the end of my training. Actually, have I been making too many promises today? That's not a good habit. Anyway, there's only one more step in my training plan. Come on, guys, help me wrap it up.
I guess
На
we're in
этот раз
too
что?
deep. Better let it run its course. So tell us, what else is on the schedule?
The final step in this training
О
is
боже.
to challenge Boss Svarog.
Ладно, допустим.
Are you sure you're thinking clearly?
Whoa, whoa, stay cool, Zila. Like I said, I'm thinking clearly. Every word I said is serious. I set this as the final goal of my training a few days ago. Think about it. Is there any underworld opponent worth challenging more than Boss Svarog?
Да.
Oh no, I can't agree to this. You're asking for trouble. Forget about winning or losing. The relationship between Wildfire and Svarog only just got patched up.
I'm not gonna rile him up. Don't make this more complicated than it is. I'm just inviting him to have a fair fight with me, like how you'd have in the cage.
На честный поединок 4 на 1? Ну ладно, в рамках этой миссии 3 на 1.
He's different from us. His fists are made of steel.
That means we're evenly matched, right?
You know what I mean. Don't act smart with me. You don't make any sense.
I understand what you're saying, Zila. But you know, I'm a fighter. It's my duty to keep training and get stronger. It's a terrible feeling to have a powerful opponent in your head, but never be able to get close to him. It's all thanks to your patching things up with Svarog that I'm able to have this opportunity now. I'm not gonna miss it for the world.
All right, fine. We'll go find Svarog and have a nice chat with him.
Интересно, как Лара на это
Let me say this
отреагирует.
first. If he doesn't want to deal with you as a challenger, then we're getting out of there ASAP.
Don't worry, I'll convince him. But you're right. If he's not in the mood for it, then I won't force him. I haven't really worked with Boss Svarog before, so please, lead the way. Let's go.
Погоди, а эта штука светится? Я думал, это какой-то рисунок, но нет. Рисунок вот здесь, вот здесь. У него на груди. А вот это что? Это не выглядит как рисунок. Там источники питания, что ли? А это не капюшон? Я думал, это капюшон. Ну ладно.
what's up?
Never mind. I get the feeling I'm wasting my breath.
Есть такое. Тень в тени. Вау. Перкинсы не
Have you
подписали.
talked to Oleg about going to see Svarog?
Скорее всего, нет.
That's all you want to ask? I don't necessarily tell Master Oleg
Так я и
everything, you
думал.
know.
Вдруг сундук. Ладно, сундука тут никакого нет. А Клара где? Причем эта девчонка тут, а Клары нету.
The Trailblazer, Zila of Wildfire, and
Hey! In honor to meet you, Boss Svarog, I'm Luka, a senior member of Wildfire, just like Zila.
accessing backend database. Querying. Query complete. Luka, born in Maltamerville, winner of the 28th Bouldertown Fight King Challenge, beloved student of Oleg.
А разве
and
это
chief of
не
Wildfire.
Наташа?
Oh, wow, impressive! Thank you for saving me the self-introduction.
Luka of Wildfire, what is the purpose of your visit?
Straight to the point, just the way I like it. I'm here to challenge you, Boss Svarog.
Challenge. Intent unclear. Outsider, Zila of Wildfire, can you provide an explanation?
He's the one who came up with this idea. It's up to you to accept it or not, Svarog.
Yep, it's not that complicated. I just want to go a few rounds with the one everyone agrees is the most powerful in the underworld and see where I stand. What do you say?
А что будет, если я проиграю?
Evaluating. Intention unclear. Enmity level 0. Lie detection passed. Evaluation completed. The opposing party only came to spar. I agree to fight you, Luka of Wildfire.
Huh? Hold on. You agree?
Удивлена, что ли?
If weapons and gun barrels are unused for prolonged periods of time, the risk of rust damages increases. Periodic use will reduce such risk and extend the life of these components.
What? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
Ты думаешь, Сворок будет оправдываться?
See, I told you I could convince him. You could be our referee, Zila. You know the rules of the club, inside out.
Тебе стоит столько принять.
Fine, I get it. If you insist. Competitors, take up positions.
Прямо на этом дворике. А, не.
I really can't tell whose side you're on.
Еще кто-нибудь что-нибудь скажет? Нет? Ну, ладно.
I'm ready, Svarog. We can start anytime.
I too have a question, Luka of Wildfire. How did you acquire your mechanical arm?
I'm honored to be one of the things in the underworld that even you don't know about. This arm? Well, it's not that exciting. It's all because I got distracted in a defense campaign.
Это часть
I can't
фрагментума?
even remember the date of that fight. More importantly, it was only after losing my arm that I found the meaning of life. What it really feels like to be alive. That's why I'm standing here right now, to feel alive. And also for everyone who put their hope and faith in me.
Excellent answer. I will treat this challenge seriously, Luka of Wildfire.
In the blue corner, Svarog from the robot settlement. Are you ready?
Ready.
In the red corner, Luka from Multamerville. Are you ready?
Whenever you are.
Но она пытается.
Okay, this is a no-holds-barred contest. One round only. Victory will be declared when one contestant submits, or the fight is stopped by the referee. All right, fight!
Let's see some sparks fly.
А, это 1 на 1 реально? Хм, интересно.
Step out of it. Finally, an opponent that can take the punches head on.
A powerful strike, but not enough to break my defense.
Ну да, скорее всего, это будет проигрыш, как я и предполагал. Не, ну интересно.
Not bad.
Red contestant down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
No way. I'm a long way from tapping out. Let's go.
О, а это уже нечестно. Это уже бой не 1 на 1.
God.
Лучше его, наверное, да? Ну давай.
See some sparks fly. Don't get cocky.
The winner has been decided.
Enough, Luca. Let's end it here.
No, it's not over. I must shoot you. Back in the ring. Where's the applause?
Ладно, хорошо, я буду бить Сварога.
You make a strong impression, Luca of Wildfire. I will remember this fight.
Thanks. But it's not over.
Так, он...
Fighting.
Да закончили мы, господи.
I can't.
Господи, что у тебя на уме?
Luca of Wildfire, it does not matter why you came here. I acknowledge your strength. Your performance was enough to make me reevaluate the limits of humanity.
Сражается, будто бы от этого зависит его жизнь.
Really?
Wake up! On your feet! Luca! Hey, Luca! Luca, can you hear me? Hey! Hey! Luca, you're up!
А ведь она волнуется.
You're finally awake. You've been out for the whole day. We were really worried.
Don't worry, Zila. Like I said, it was just the exhaustion. Svarog was deliberately holding back.
Zila. And Nat? I'm in the clinic?
Где-то еще
Where
должен быть.
else? You think we'd leave you on Svarog's turf?
Thank you all. I feel much better now. Sorry, Nat. I must have wasted your time.
Don't be ridiculous, Luca. Still, whatever your motivation was, I hope you can find a different outlet for it.
I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy. There's more to this story. You need to explain what the heck got into you today. That's on me too. I should have refused him straight away. I had a bad feeling from the start.
You're always so serious. I've said it before. This is my
Oh, slow down. You haven't completely recovered. Zila, don't pressure him. Let him rest.
Thanks, Nat, but I'm almost recovered.
Да, да, рассказывай сказки.
Some things to do.
Hey, where do you think you're...
Let him go, Zila.
I really don't get him. Well, whatever they are, they're not good enough. If he never
Вообще, смотря
intended to
какая
explain
причина.
anything to us, why did he drag us along? No, this is too weird. I'm gonna follow him and see what he's up to. Of course. You're not too busy these days, right? I'll give you a shout if I need help.
Это задание тоже на несколько частей разделено?
Be like this. I just can't let it go.
If you must, Zila, try not to worry. I don't want to see you two fighting.
Don't worry, Nat.
Now that they've left, I have a favor to ask you.
Присмотреть за
It's
этими
easy for
двумя?
Luka to get ahead of himself sometimes, but I've never seen him this headstrong. It does make me wonder. Could you ask Oleg how Luka's been recently? I haven't seen much of him lately. It's hard for me to get the full picture. Thank you. Regardless of what's really going on, I hope none of you let small things get in the way of your friendship. See you.
Where you find people, you find wildfire. Oh, my student. Did something happen recently? I was wondering why he didn't come to see me after the championship match ended. Come, tell me about it. That does sound a little strange. Luka usually doesn't push himself so far. Huh. He may be a tough guy on the surface, but he's got his secrets. Did he tell you about the origins of his mechanical arm? Ah, then he probably didn't describe the scene in detail. That was 6, 7 years ago. I was patrolling with some comrades in the neighboring town of Multamerville. We passed an ordinary mechanic's shop. There was a serious-looking fella looking after the shop. He was probably a few years younger than me, but his hair and beard were white as snow. There was a young lad doing odd jobs.
Это был
He
Лука?
looked pretty exhausted. Anyway, I convinced the shopkeeper to let him come with me. Luka was a fast learner. At first, I couldn't figure out if he liked what I was teaching him. Fighting, weapons, strategy, etc. He didn't talk a lot, just kept his head down. Then, about a year after I took him in, Luka lost one of his arms while rescuing townsfolk from the Fragmentum in Multamerville. He almost didn't make it. He was unconscious for 2 or 3 days. I sat next to his bed, anxious and guilty.
Хочу еще?
Guess what he said to me after he woke up? Master, I feel great. He had bandages all over his body. Most of his wounds hadn't healed yet. But it was the first time he'd ever smiled at me. I still remember that expression. Can't tell from looking at him, right? What I'm trying to say is Luka views other people's lives as more important than his own. That's how he's always been. So when he says stuff like, "This is for training," that's probably a lie. He's hiding something from you, all right? Anyway, I'm too old to be getting involved in this stuff. I'm sure you and Zila can sort this by yourselves. One thing I will ask, please try not to embarrass him too much, okay? He's the fighting champion of Boulder Town, after all. An idol for all the children. He needs to keep up that image.
Так, сейчас зелье должны написать, да.
So, you're here. Come on. He wasn't in a hurry, so we should be able to catch up easy enough.
Значит, битв не будет.
Look, there he is. Let's follow him. Stay quiet.
Ничего себе, режим слежки. Вау. Что же мне это напоминает?
Thank goodness we didn't lose him. Quick, let's keep up the chase. This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
Да не потеряю я.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
А, я вспомнил, ассасинов нет, напоминает.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
Я даже там не был.
Oh, where is he going? This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
О, Хук. А что она тут забыла?
Wait, that's Hook. What's she doing here? Up to no good.
Не то
Luka
чтобы
should tell her to
Пакси.
go back to town. He's always worrying after the kid's safety.
Или нет.
Come this far. We can't let this kid ruin everything. Shh, she's coming this way.
Нет нас. Нет нас.
Wow, honorary member, Miss Zebel.
Shh, be quiet. You almost exposed us.
А он все идет.
Why are you sneaking around like this?
Hey, we're gonna lose him if we don't hurry. Hook, run back to town. Stop hanging around here.
По-моему, он знает то, что мы за ним следим.
Okay.
Он ждет,
That's what
обернувшись
Luka
головой.
said too. I hope you two find the treasure.
А, я должен подойти.
Thank
Ну
goodness
ладно.
we didn't lose him. Quick, let's keep up the chase.
Интересно, как я буду на лестнице от него прятаться.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit. This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit. This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
Лука, иди быстрей. Что-то с клиникой связанное? А, не, погоди, это не клиника, это
This doesn't
детский
feel
дом.
right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
Ну таки он вас не видел, да? Не верю.
Did he put something down? Let's go have a look.
Я бы не хотел в личные вещи, сундуки, сумки лезть. Ну ладно.
Case? For some reason, I feel like... Yeah, I don't have a reason. It's just a feeling. Then again, we followed him for ages. It'll be a waste if we don't see what's inside.
Нет, не
I wonder what's
должны.
in there. Here, let me open it.
Да не надо.
Is this a notebook? It looks like a kid's handwriting and some scribbled art. Have a look.
Первый раз увижу эти часы.
Mr. Luca. Hello. My name is Margie, and I'm from Multamerville too. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been sick since I was a baby, but I still dream of becoming a big star in the cage one day.
Так, Зеля сказала, что тут только каракули.
It's a bit embarrassing, but I wanted my dad to give you this notebook. I wanted to tell you that you've inspired me to keep working hard and achieve my goal, even if it's hard to reach. When I become a fighter as awesome as you, I'm gonna do my best to help people in the underworld. I want to team up with my friends and help everyone together so they can smile again.
Марджи.
I'll listen to their thanks and then yell out my winning slogan. The Multamerville warrior, the peerless boulder champion. Upholding justice and peace once again. Then I want to chase away all the bad things hurting everyone. I'll go with my friends and clear out all the scary monsters. I'll make the underworld safe, and then yell out my other winning slogan. The Multamerville warrior, the peerless boulder champion. Defeater of evil throughout the world. Lastly, I want to make life better for the underworld.
Я понял тебя.
Said there's someone called Svarog who keeps stopping us from going back to the overworld. So I'm gonna challenge that big robot and show him what I can do as a champion fighter. But Svarog is too strong. We'll never win. My friends are gonna all want to back out when they hear about this. But I know I have to be an example for everyone. I need to stick my neck out and go challenge Svarog on my own. Bam! Crap! Boom! It's gonna be such an epic fight. And then we'll reach a draw. And neither of us will be
Ну, в
able to
действительности Сварог просто бы ракетами закидал.
But Svarog will acknowledge my strength and be willing to listen to the Underworlders. So, it'll be a happy ending. My friends will clap, and all the people suffering will be
Эта девочка
free.
жива, интересно? Скорее всего, да.
But all that is just my dream. I don't know how long it's gonna be till it becomes reality. I'm lying in bed sick right now. But as long as Mr. Luca is around, I won't be scared. I remember everything you said to encourage me. Before becoming a champion, I want to defeat this illness first. Then I need to learn how to stand, walk, and exercise again. Until I achieve all my dreams. I hope... no. I believe Mr. Luca will support me till the end. Right?
Так вот о каком имидже говорил Олег.
Luca, I think I get it now. Maybe we should forget about all this. What do you say? Maybe one day we can talk about it with him.
Почему он из-за Клепкоград
Let's give him
пришел,
some
чтобы
time.
положить эту тетрадку?
Let's head back to town for today. Good night, Margie.
То есть она все-таки...
Oh,
Ну ладно.
is that a stain? I like this coat.
И останется только пепел. А, что? Я только что вспомнил. Блин, это где-то в Надмирье. Но я не помню, где точно. Ладно, теперь Сервал. Потом идет Лофу.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Where did they get to?
А тут я.
Ah! Speak of the devil. I was just wondering when you might show up.
Запропастился на несколько недель. И что?
Don't worry, there's enough to go around. On the house, order whatever you like. There's something I need your help with. I had to make it up to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being. Don't drink too much, or you won't be able to sleep tonight.
Как
Anyway,
чай препятствует
about the
сну?
something I needed your help with. Don't get ahead of yourself. This might be more complicated than you think. How can I put this? If I remember correctly, you, March, and Donhong came here on that train.
Ты хочешь его изучить?
The Astral Express, right? I was wondering, is the train accepting new passengers? I guessed as much. You see, there's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are
Ей
fun.
надоела
but
жизнь здесь, и
crowds
она
are pretty
хочет
small.
что-нибудь поменять в ней.
Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close? Everyone gets tired of living in small places like Bellabog after a few years, right?
Но по итогу она поймет, что она была не права, и жизнь тут не такая уж и скучная.
Okay. Okay, I'm counting on you. I know this is a lot to ask out of the blue, so apologies in advance.
Импульсивное не то слово.
This is a pretty big ask.
Но просто поспрашивать людей, по сути.
There goes Serval. I better send Himiko a text and ask about the request. Or I guess I could ask Mr. Yang. Or Pom Pom?
Да.
Who's the best one to ask?
В первую очередь химика,
Let's send a message to Himiko.
потом Вельта, потом Пом-Пом. почему... А почему Вельт и Помпом нельзя спросить? Почему всех нельзя спросить, а только одного из трех? Ладно. В Европе тогда и Вельта спрошу. На самом деле забавно. На Азии у меня есть Вельт, а на Европе химика. В итогу я спрашиваю на Азии химика. Опана. А вот тот, кто будет отговаривать. А на Европе буду спрашивать Вельта. Забавно.
You should go and talk to Lady Bronya, Serval. It was her personal invite after all.
I know. Let me think about it. Oh, no, not at all. I could do with a hand, actually.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense into her.
I knew it. That's just it. There is no deal.
Serval, I understand your reluctance to rejoin the Silvermane Guards.
Ah.
But Lady Bronya values your talent, and she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation of Belobog. So I came to talk to you about it. In any case, you should at least pay her a visit.
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klipoth Fort and tell Bronya
Не
what
может
I
забыть,
believe
что
in.
ее выкинули.
Sorry. I need to get this
Ее
over
же
with.
семья.
Let me know what they said when I get back.
Same old Serval. Sorry, my head's still in the argument. It's like this. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads
Да,
in the
она
Silvermane
ученая,
Guards
я
Technology
помню.
Division. Stellarons were her main area of research.
Но она слишком близко подошла к
But
разгадке,
her
и ее
expertise
выкинули.
went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well-versed in mechanical engineering and other fields. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Belobog. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bronya will change anything. It'll probably just leave them both feeling dejected. I think there's more than one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Cocolia's passing. Never mind. It's just a
Ну
personal
так
hunch.
говори.
I've
Что
never been good at
такого,
reading my sister's
если ты
mind.
расскажешь догадки?
I can tell the two of you have a close bond. If you get the chance, see if you can persuade her to open up about it.
Насколько я помню, Коколи и Сервал были
Hand on
хорошими
heart,
подругами.
I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klipoth Fort and sighing all day either. Belobog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it would be better for her to join you on your journey.
То есть ты тоже мнение, что ей надо
I'll admit,
в
I'm a
экспресс.
little worried about how she plans on getting all this across to Lady Bronya. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klipoth Fort.
Ну пошли.
You know what I mean. Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match. Let's go in.
Так это не входило в план.
I understand your circumstances, Serval. I respect your choice. It was my mistake to make an unwarranted request without considering your own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you don't take this matter to heart.
Кстати, Сервал, по-моему,
No need
чем броня, хотя уже нет, это, видимо, от ракурса зависит.
Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I've put my own personal reasons ahead of Belobog's reconstruction.
I get it, Serval. After all, you and Mother... Sorry, I don't mean to open up old wounds.
Так все дело в Коколе.
There's something I need to ask you. This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's old things. She was
Ну так
never
это
a
та
music
гитара,
lover,
с
so
которой она
I
постоянно
thought this
сражается.
might be connected to you.
Kokolia, you...
Huh?
It's nothing. You're right, it does belong to me. In fact, it once belonged to me and Kokolia. It was our shared treasure. If you don't mind, Branya, could I take it back to the workshop?
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I won't pry.
Я бы полез, мне интересно.
Amazing journey, Serval. Do remember to visit home when you get the chance.
I will. Thank you, Branya. I assume you heard our conversation just now. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar, did she?
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in Klopoth Fort voluntarily.
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. Guess we're stuck with each other. Well, it'll take a while to tell.
Скажи.
When we were in cadet school, Kokolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next crazy invention. We called it exploring the infinite possibilities of new technologies. This guitar was one of those inventions. Kokolia came up with a name. The Super Electromagnetic Flux Player, or electric guitar for short. Not really, no. She was a military history major, very different from what I was doing. Still, we hung out every day. It's only natural that my love for inventing would rub off on her. I told you it'd take a while to tell the story. Let's get back to the workshop first. By the way,
Я ж тебе еще
wanna help
ничего
me
не
pack my
ответил.
bags? That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
I didn't think many people liked that one. Seems the city might have a few nice memories of me after I'm gone. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
You know what I mean.
Такая мелочь и приятная. Пальцы шевелятся. Вау.
You're here! Come on, let's go. There's no place like home. I never feel completely free out there. Chapard, can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help me pack my bags.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place, just looking around gives me a headache.
Okay, I promise this is the last time. I'm about to go traveling with her. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack while you still have the chance.
Fine. I'll give you a hand.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done plenty of work already.
Все же мы понимаем, что по итогу никуда она не полетит.
Well, let's see. Ah, yes. Silvermane Guard's standard issue portable heater. It's broken though.
It's a family heirloom. It belonged to Rhonda once. You should take care of it.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with old things. The less you use them, the easier they break. Besides, no one's paying me to fix it, right? Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you a few machine overhauls? Want to practice on this old antique?
Давай.
Here we go again. You don't have to do everything she tells you.
The principle behind the machine and the one you fixed when you first came to the workshop is the same. You'll understand when you see it. So, I'll leave this one to you. In return, how about I tell you the backstory behind it?
Давай.
I knew you were a reliable apprentice. Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time too. That's called having a beginning and an end, right?
Well done for putting up with her for this long.
Wow,
Теперь
great
история.
job. Like I said, a reliable apprentice. As promised, let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. She was one of our great heroes who participated in the defense of Belobog 700 years ago. The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4 full days and nights in the fight for the city. I still have the newspaper clippings from that time.
Газетные вырезки 700-летней
I'll show you when I
давности.
get the chance.
Что?
700-year-old newspaper clippings? That seems a little unlikely. I'd take that with a grain of salt. Even if they do exist, odds are she lost them.
The clippings aren't the point. What I'm trying to say to you is that we have a lot of talent in the Landau family.
Take responsibility for your choices and the people of Belobog. Every Landau is driven by that ethos. And I thought I was messy.
Looks like Japard's got his work cut out for him.
Oh, that's a letter I was gonna send to my mom. I haven't even finished reading it. There's nothing personal in it. Have a read if you like.
You're still writing to Mom and Dad?
Only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really leaving Belobog for a while, you should pay them a visit first.
I'll think about it.
Не знаю, что бы я делал на ее месте.
Oh, that? It's a botanical specimen. Little Lynxie sent it during one of her research trips. As for the name, I can't quite recall.
Кактус?
Snowman's palm. And little Lynxie is the youngest sister of the Landau family, by the way.
Ah, yes. Snowman's palm. My memory's the worst.
It's the only plant here that looks like it's still alive.
Hey, watch it. Anyway, this specimen means a lot to me, so I'm bringing it with me. Thanks for the reminder.
И теперь к самому интересному. Гитара.
Since you're so curious, I'll give you the whole story. This guitar was actually given to me as a birthday present by Kokolia.
А почему она вернулась к Аколе, раз это
I came up with the design,
тебе
but
подарок?
I was never able to build it. Some of the raw materials were either too expensive or too hard to get a hold of. She helped me turn the concept into reality. Quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of doing things. Back then, I thought we'd be friends for life.
If it was a gift, why was it in Madame Cocolia's office?
I don't think anyone realized, but back then we were so close we didn't even differentiate between each other's possessions. We shared pretty much everything. We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day, ate together, whiled away the time together, and occasionally talked about music together, though it wasn't something she was overly familiar with. That's how things were until the day we fell out. A lot of our shared possessions never left her office again. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. I thought that would be the day we could bury the hatchet.
Ну, в принципе, недоразумения больше не
Now that I
будет.
think about it, perhaps I was too naive. She'd probably forgotten it even existed. And that's the only Cocolia you guys ever got to know, huh? Always ahead of everyone else, never looking back.
Кстати, Сервал же не знает правду о Коколе. Об этом знает только Зелье, команда Экспресса и Броня.
I know, but that's what makes it harder.
Let bygones be bygones, sister.
How did the conversation get so heavy again? No good. Let's talk about something interesting. You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both from the same prototype. The super electromagnetic flux player.
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too. Quite the story.
That should be everything. Now, what am I gonna call this new song? Finally. I think I must have left cadet school with about the same amount.
No easy job. Serval, I want to ask you again.
Если так подумать, то в Экспрессе нет уже комнат свободных. Ну, типа, локаций там открыто 2, и в одном из вагонов нет свободной комнаты. Там, получается, 4 комнаты. Данька, Март, Вельт и Химика. А у Стеллы я не видел комнату. Блин, почему разработчики не добавят личную комнату игрокам?
Do you really want to leave Belobog and go with the Trailblazers?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Не то чтобы раз в жизни, я в любой момент могу сюда приехать, ну ладно.
I see. Can't let go of your dear old sister, huh?
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things for you. But before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town. Why don't you come with me?
Huh? You just said you didn't want to complicate things for me, and now you're sending me on a mission.
Действительно забавно.
Aha! You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I go, right?
Даже нечего сказать.
It's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only person in Belobog who knows how to inspect them.
Но я не думаю, что единственное, но окей.
Why don't you do the people of the city one last favor before you go?
even at a time like this, you're still thinking about the people. I don't know what to say. All right, I'll help you out. The first and last time the Landau siblings will work together.
Я думаю, что последний.
Thanks, sis. If you have the time, could you accompany the garrison? You're Belobog's hero. I'm sure you must be popular in the underworld. The Silvermane Guards will face less resistance if you come with us. Thanks. I'll contact you when the guards have finished their preparations.
I'm tired of packing. Let's leave it here for today. Thanks for your help. I drank all the tea. Why am I getting sleepy?
Ага, то есть в несколько частей.
Do you want to go with? Huh? If you want my opinion, all I can say is that it's in character for her to say something and then do it without thinking. She's always been impulsive. She doesn't mind creating a headache or two along the way. If she can remedy that habit during her trip with you, then I guess it will have been worth it. Turns out I'm no good at hiding it. She's my sister. We grew up together. I'd be lying if I said I'm not going to miss her. I'm not afraid of being alone. After all, there's that, communication device you gave me. If I really miss her, I can send her a message whenever I want. It's more that I'm worried she won't look after herself properly. Then again, with capable people like you as travel companions,
В принципе, как брат,
probably overthinking things.
я его могу понять. Я, конечно, не младший брат, но все же.
It's getting late. Let's get ready to move. Is there something else? Agreed. As soon as you're packed.
Now, what am I gonna call this new song?
Давай сообщение. Вот. Они заставили меня обходить это.
You're here. Thanks again for agreeing to this. They're behind us. If negotiations go well, then Dunn will lead them down into the underworld.
Переговоры.
He's a very capable sergeant. Upright, plain-spoken, a model Silvermane guard.
Как ты?
I assume you remember him. You and Serval ambushed, subdued
Было
him
такое,
in
да.
the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. I think he was out cold for most of the action.
Спасибо, что напомнил.
The conflict was a product of the situation. I understand. Not to mention, he wasn't in bad shape when we found him. Thank you for holding back. Don't worry. The hard work is already behind us. The highest priority for today is establishing good negotiations with the Chief of Wildfire. I'm about to get that process underway. Serval was a little delayed on the way over,
Опана,
but that doesn't
обвиняет.
affect our schedule. Let's set off.
Будет ответ?
Hold up, I wasn't that late.
Да.
Negotiations will be held in the Boulder Town Clinic. Serval and I are newcomers, so you'll have to lead the way. The underworld isn't exactly how I remember it.
Feels like we're not getting many friendly looks, huh?
Наверное, тут надо пройти. Тут, наверное, ближе будет.
Well, well, well. I don't think our little clinic has ever played host to an occasion like this.
We meet again, Mr. Oleg.
Oleg will do, son. Oh, you. You probably won't know. Our young Silvermane friend here and I had the pleasure of speaking to each other at a certain Guardian succession ceremony. We're not complete strangers. But as for this young lady...
The name's Serval. I'm, an ex-engineer from the technology division, and Japard's sister? Pleasure to meet you, Chief.
Likewise, miss. The more the merrier. And it's good to have you here again. It bothered me and Natasha that we never arranged a formal welcome for you. Once we're done talking, you must all join us for a meal.
We'd be honored. But to your point, Oleg, let's finish our discussions first.
Quite right. Let's head inside. Too much commotion out here.
Нет, я все пропустил. Надо было отжать кнопку. Ладно, потом на стриме пересмотрю. Что там Олега и Гепарды связывало.
Huh, so she's your sister. The Landau family is full of talented young people, I see.
You're worried that Underworlders might still hold a grudge against the Silvermane Guards. So you want to show your solidarity with the Trailblazers to build some trust. Seems like a sound strategy to me.
Rebuilding trust between the two worlds has always been a priority for Lady Bronya. People here must have felt abandoned by the guards after the passage was sealed off. If we were to simply take over the underworld in the name of the Supreme Guardian, I can only imagine how people would react.
Seems like you have a good handle on the situation. I see now why you made captain at such a young age.
So, you're also saying the guards want to work with Wildfire and use our reputation to win back people's support, correct?
I wouldn't use those exact words, but that is more or less what we want to achieve.
If that's the case, I've got a question for you. Since this offer comes from those who left us to our fate for more than a decade, how would you react if Wildfire refused?
Интересный
Would
вопрос.
you use force?
She's not trying to be diplomatic about it, is she? Choose your words wisely, Jeppy.
The barrier between the surface and the underground was the product of the former Supreme Guardian's misjudgment, and the policies that resulted from it. The people of Belobog should have stood together, but instead, we were made to blame and hate one another. Lady Bronya wants Belobog to heal, so the Silvermane Guards need to regain the people's trust. But we won't achieve that by kicking doors open and policing everyone around. As a grassroots organization, Wildfire did an extraordinary job maintaining order for over a decade in the absence of the guards. I can only imagine how much work you put in to protect the underworld. I can assure you that the guards are not here to seize power. If it takes time for the people to trust us, so be it. We're willing to take small measures and serve as an auxiliary force to Wildfire to help maintain peace. I hope you can see that everything we do to rebuild trust and make Belobog work for all.
Давай.
I've never really seen this side of him before. The more you learn.
That's an answer I can accept. Oleg, what do you think?
I think there's no need for the guessing game to continue. It's obvious we share the same goal. With the help of Bronya, Serval, and Japard, we're one step closer to rebuilding a united Belobog.
I agree. Tell Bronya that Wildfire will work with the Silvermane Guards on security matters. However, things aren't simple down here. Please also tell her to draw up plans in case the situation demands...
Monsters! Monsters from the Fragmentum! They're swarming toward the town!
Not good. Stay here, Natasha. The patients need you. The soldiers and I will handle this.
Там будет зелье или
Understood.
Лука?
We'll be counting on you.
Everyone rushed outside. I should probably see what's happening.
Please, help my friends! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you all.
What happened? Take a breather.
The monsters invaded the mine.
А,
You
в
have to save
шахте,
my
а не в
friends.
городе.
Otherwise, those things would tear them apart.
Don't worry. The Silvermane Guards are trained for these situations. Where do we find them?
The Great Mine, the one with the big ore vein.
Understood. I'll send my men to set up a perimeter and start the rescue operation right away.
И, по-моему,
Mr.
торопишься.
Please entrust the Silvermane Guards with the rescue.
А,
The defense of
ладно.
Boulder Town will need Wildfire's expertise. Watch out for ambushes and be ready to receive wounded soldiers.
You're a natural-born commander. Understood. Leave it to me, son. Your troops will be unfamiliar with the layout of the mine. I'll send some of my men to be your guides.
Thank you.
Да, я
In the
думаю,
name of the
с
preservation,
первопроходца
I
было бы
promise we'll do
достаточно.
everything we can to save lives. I'll go on ahead and lead the troops to the mine. Catch up to us when you can.
Ну что, Сервал, пошли за
I couldn't get a
Бардиком.
word in while they were talking. A duty-bound soldier and a resistance leader. It's hard to be rock and roll in front of people like that. You know, maybe I need to put my inner struggles in a broader context. My own way? I don't even remember what kind of life I want.
Не
It's just,
помнишь или не знаешь?
I see people fighting for their lives, and here I am thinking about how to escape. I feel guilty about that. Wait a minute. Was that Japard's plan all along? Use guilt to make me stay? That's true. Anyway, since he asked for help, it's time to give those monsters a shock. You know the way to the Great Mine, right? Let's catch up with Japard when you're ready. That's all you needed
Ну,
to
прямо
say.
сейчас лучше
Let's
пойдем.
go.
Так. А, то есть не обязательно сервал использовать. Ну, это естественно, потом... Погоди, еще раз, там кто? Огонь, электричество, ну это сервал. Ну я это сервал пройду. Небольшие проблемы будут. С этим не очень будет, Марта и Наташа. С этим тоже. Да, ладно, давай. Делаю вот так. Надо бы ей, наверное, реликвии поменять. Я давно этого не делал. И что там, сила атаки, по-моему, нужна. Так, скорость, пробитие. В принципе, вот это прям идеальный. Вот бы еще на 4-м сила атаки выпало. Тут, пожалуй, крит шанс. Скорость, эффект пробития. Так. А тут скорость, а снизу эффект пробития. Ну давай вот это. Так, бонус электроурона. Скорость. Ну, объективно это идеальное. По сабстатам. Хотя, наверное, все-таки какой-нибудь шанс попадания эффектов был бы лучше. Ну да ладно. Веревка на эффект пробития. Где он? Вот он. Ну давай криты, наверное. Ну, в принципе, как-то так. В итоге, что там у меня получилось? 29 на 72. 54. Ну ладно, нормально. Пошли. Это дан?
Put all artillery units on standby. Wait for my command to bombard enemy positions and cover our end. We have a choke point here. Tell all infantry units to switch to double line formation. Close quarters in front, gunners behind. Remember, get the wounded out as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you're here. Get ready. We need to help the
То есть
infantry
у тебя
lines
вообще не
drive deep into
возникает
the mine.
вопросов, какого фига мы тут?
The back of the mine has been secured, which gives us a forward base to send in supplies. The Silver Mane Wildfire Combined Regiment is conducting rescue missions as they advance. The battle is fierce. I need to get to the front line. I'll leave the command post to my officers.
I don't know much about warfare, but I don't see why a commander needs to lead the charge. The situation here is totally different from the restricted zone. Japard, let me and her clear the way for you. You should stay in your command post.
Thanks, Serval, but please trust my judgment on this. I made a promise to Mr. Oleg to save as many people as possible. I have to see to it myself.
There's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine, we'll do it your way.
Let's move out. We need to clear a way for Wildfire and the guards. All civilians, please go to the bridge immediately. The Silvermane guards have set up a defensive perimeter. You'll be safe there.
There's a monster heading this way. What should we do, Japard?
Bring it down. We need to cover the retreat.
С учетом того, что обычно играется в 4 персонажа, очень странное решение то, что типа 3 персонажа задействованы в сюжете миссии. Добавили бы там, не знаю, Март или Даньку.
Pretty good crowd today.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Turn it up.
That'll take more than minutes.
I'm on guard. This song's for you. Keep up.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Try that again.
It made it easy for us, but we can't let our guards down. It's safe here. Let's move on.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it.
It's time.
Ну, вы умрете от дотов, а вот про тебя не знаю.
Tough luck running into me.
Nap time.
You can't run. My
А
turn.
этот умер.
Let's rock.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
This song's for you.
Lance forward!
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Правильно.
That'll take.
Tough luck running into me.
Ну ладно.
Try that again.
Keep up.
Nap time.
My turn.
It's time.
Pretty good.
Let's rock. You couldn't have done it without me.
Japard, look. The miners have put up a makeshift defensive line.
Мне ж так пройти, понял.
Are you a Silvermane guard?
That's right. We're evacuating the miners together with Wildfire. Are there any other civilians up ahead?
The Silvermane guards and Wildfire are working together now?
И что тут такого?
Civilians. I saw a girl run out from our defensive position just now. My brother went after her, but they haven't come back.
Understood. I'll bring them back. The guards and Wildfire have set up defenses on the bridge. You should head over.
Thank you. Please, bring them back to safety.
Oh no! Monsters are coming this way!
Leave
Это
the battle
первый
to
босс,
us.
насколько я
You need to
понимаю.
fall back.
Okay. Thank you for saving us.
Here to crash the party? Turn it up! You can fight it or rock with it!
мало у нее хп? Она же 80-го, погоди. А почему у нее так мало хп? Семидесятый конус. Почему? Странно. Ну ладно.
Try that again. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Nap time.
Lance ablaze!
You can't run. Tough luck running into.
I'm on guard.
Try that again. You can't run. Go away.
Time for the main event.
Keep up.
Ready to lose yours? You can fight it or rock with it.
Naughty child. That's better.
Ready to jam.
Let's rock. My turn. Try that again. Gotta try hard.
Может быть,
some more.
заморозишься?
This awesome move.
Заморозься. Блин. Ну ладно.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
This song's for you.
You can't run.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up.
Ну надо так делать.
Or rock with it.
Try that again.
Ready to jam.
Не, ну определенно, если бы я выбрал свою постоянную команду, одну из своих постоянных команд, то было бы все намного проще.
That's better.
My turn.
Just
Надо
a
было,
little
наверное,
something.
все-таки сначала
Nice
то, а
teamwork.
потом отхилиться. Чувствую, придется перепройти это все.
Naughty child.
Try that again. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Keep up.
You can fight it or rock with it.
Lance at the ready.
You can't run.
Nap time.
Let's rock. Try that again.
Да, это будет очень долго.
Ready to jam.
Let's rock.
Ready to lose yours? You can fight it or rock with it.
My turn.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Pretty good crowd.
Nap time.
Tough luck.
Сколько у нее АТК? 1500 где-то. Интересно. Повышение силы атаки. От чего? А, понял. Я и забыл. Я и забыл то, что там эйдолонов до хера. Я даже не представляю, как я лед буду проходить, если я так долго с этим.
Let's keep searching for the missing girl and the miner.
Is it me or is it cold here?
Может, не надо.
They're in danger. Let's go.
Ну, по факту, нафига мне на него нападать, да? Ладно, ладно. Это же забавно.
Here to crash the party?
Turn it up. Try that again.
Ну давай сначала все, да, посмотрим.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Gotta try hard. Some. Watch this awesome move.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
My turn.
This song's for you. Ready to lose your you
Ну,
can
на нем
fight it.
самом нет, но на двух других есть.
You can't run.
Naughty child. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
You can't run.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Gotta try hard. Watch
То,
this
что
awesome move.
Стелла не может подходить, немного подбешивает.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Let's rock.
Lance at the ready.
You can't run.
Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it.
Naughty child. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Let's rock.
I'm on guard.
Told you I could fight. Gotta try hard. Watch this
Может
awesome
быть,
move.
его я убью даже быстрее, потому что у Стеллы очень много урона.
You can't run.
Okay. Lance ablaze. Lance forward. Lance at the ready.
Go away.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Naughty child.
Ready to jam.
Let's rock.
Just a little something.
Опасно.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
I'm on guard.
Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
Ну, вроде бы я его убиваю быстрее, чем огненного.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it. Lance at the ready.
That'll take.
Да, я его определенно быстрее убиваю.
Songs for you. Let's rock. Tough luck running into me.
I'm on guard.
Nap time.
Okay.
Try that again. Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
Pretty good crowd today.
Не хватит. А, не, хватило, ладно.
You can fight it, or rock with
Ну,
it.
кстати, я просто обновил.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Try that again.
You two, it's too dangerous here. Find the silver main guards.
Okay. Thank you. Zeno, take my hand. Let's get out of here.
Она же говорила брат. Так, вот ребенок, а это не брат.
The monsters have gotten stronger somehow. I don't remember them being this difficult.
Thank goodness we got here in time. If we'd arrived any later.
That's one brave little girl. You were like that at her age too.
Да, самое время.
Huh? I wouldn't go that far. I only had Dad to deal with. He could be fierce, but nothing like the monsters here. Besides, my problem with him wasn't that he was a strict father. I just couldn't believe that he never lifted a finger to oppose Kokolia's order to seal the passageway. Vowing to protect the Underworlders in one breath, and then deciding they deserve to be abandoned in the next? Family code of conduct. What a joke.
Father was a soldier. He wasn't supposed to question the orders from his superiors. Never mind. I know I sound like I'm defending him, and I don't want to make you angry. At least now we've got the chance to right the wrongs.
I'm angry just thinking about it. Looking back, I'm glad I left home early.
Running away doesn't solve the problem. It's been ages since you two had those fights, but you still can't let it go. You need to walk out of his shadow. I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to know that your choice to leave this planet is a result of having thought things through. Not because you're trying to run away from something.
My choice.
Sorry, I sound like Dad.
Don't worry about it. I get what you're trying to say. I do. It's just... I need some time. Let's focus on the business at hand. That miner we met said his brother came this way. We should look around.
Okay. Be careful, though. I sense a drop in temperature. Something's not right. It could mean something we haven't encountered before is waiting for us. Stay on your toes.
А сзади там до сих пор они? Да. Но за них мне ничего не будет. Я уже проверял. А ты брат, видимо, да?
These monsters are tough. I need to find those kids.
Hey, did you just scare off a Fragmentum monster?
Kind of. There was one on its own. I managed to chase it away. Speaking of which, you came from that direction, right? Did you see two little kids, a girl and her brother? Ah, thank goodness. I
chased the monster too far and lost him.
They'll be okay now. You should head back to the bridge too. The guards and Wildfire have set up a safe zone there.
Ah, thank you, all of you. I'm just glad they're okay. I can finally retreat as well. I heard there's a powerful monster down the road, some kind of leader of the pack. I'd take caution.
Thanks for the intel. We'll be careful.
А где обстрел, который обещанный, который там наверху должен был быть? Они там до сих пор стоят.
I've seen this type of monster a few times near the restricted zone. Ready? Here we go. Wait, don't get too close. Something's not right.
Ловушка?
What is it?
These monsters are usually eager to fight. You're guaranteed a fierce battle if you see one in the Fragmentum. But this one doesn't seem concerned about us. This could be a trap. I'm not sure either. I just have a feeling that something's different.
The air... it's so cold.
Stellaron promises Serval.
Это типа Коколя или что?
Steady. Get ready to counter its attack.
Can Jeopard not hear that?
Jeopard, Serval, Londau.
А сейчас?
Did it just say Jeopard and Serval?
That noise! Do Fragmentum monsters usually sound like this?
Talking? I just hear white noise. Wait, you understand it?
Ну, видимо, из-за того, что внутри есть Стелларон.
Our names? What's happening here?
I heard rumors about this kind of monster. Shadows in the Fragmentum that assume human form are echoes of the will of past guardians. If the rumors are true, could it be?
Это Коколя.
Kokolia? You just won't stop haunting me. I try everything to put the past behind me, and yet you always manage to creep up again. Kokolia, you witch! You've terminated my research and
То есть ты злишься на нее.
What else do you want to take away from me?
Calm down, Serval. It's just a Fragmentum illusion.
All that time we spent together, was any of it real? It was so easy for you to just leave this world behind. Don't you at least owe me an explanation?
Serval!
Londau, stand down.
Где курсор?
There is no place for you. The promised new world.
Так, этого переводить не надо.
Sister, I know you want Madame Cocolia to respond.
Ладно.
Thing in front of us is our enemy. It was born out of the evil gathered in the Fragmentum. You won't get answers from it.
Все, успокоилась.
Fight with us, sister. Let's dispel the shadow of the past once and for all.
Как все удачно сложилось, однако. Если бы не это нападение, то Сервал бы реально на экспрессе была.
Then she and I will fight for you until your heart is ready.
You too. I'm sorry, brother. I always make you worry when things get serious. But I see what you're doing. Reverse psychology, huh? Well, seeing as we've come this far, Cocolia, let's settle this bad blood right here, right now.
Just a little something.
Вот так вот с самого начала.
I'm okay.
Ready to jam. Keep up. You can fight it or rock with it.
Remember this moment.
That's it.
Try that again.
Naughty
У
child.
них там таргет на нее.
That's better.
Ready to jam.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Lance at the ready. This song's for you. Lance ablaze. Lance forward. It's time. Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock. Sagacious discernment.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Time for a nap time.
I'm on guard. The show must go on.
В смысле? Там реально таргет на ней, что ли, или что? Все атаки в Сервал были сейчас.
Wait, don't get...
Да. Спасибо.
Not a stretch.
You can't run.
Here to crash the party? Keep up.
Naughty child.
My turn. Here. Try that again.
Lance ablaze.
С другой стороны, это в прошлый раз позволило ультануть.
That's it.
You can't run. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move. Remember this moment.
Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it.
That nap time.
Tough luck running into me. Try that again. Let's rock.
Time for a shot.
Sagacious discernment.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Ну спасибо.
This song's for you.
Let's rock.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it or rock with it.
Try that again. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Lance up...
You can't run.
Time for...
Let's rock.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Remember this moment. Tough luck running in.
Lance ablaze. Lance
Будет 4.
forward. Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
My turn.
Song's for you. Keep up.
Ну, мы не будем это переводить ей. Раз она не понимает, то пусть и дальше не понимает.
The monsters are retreating. I think it's safe to say that the shadow of Madame Cacolia was the reason for this invasion. The other anomalies we experienced were probably also a direct result.
Почему именно
We've
подземье?
managed to avert a crisis. Are you okay? Indeed it was. We're lucky to have an experienced fighter like you who can adapt to different enemies.
Согласен.
It's taken us much longer to fight off the shadow without you.
То Пира.
Serval, how are you feeling?
I feel like something heavy has finally been lifted.
Все, экспресс отменяется.
Perished. Did you catch what it said?
Ложь во благо и горькая правда. Или вообще нейтралитет. Ладно.
See, you really made no effort to correct your mistakes, Cacolia. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore.
Ну, кроме гитары
Run out. I'm over that woman.
и ваших общих вещей.
I can tell you mean it this time. I'm happy for you, Serval. It's not easy to truly put the past behind you. Looks like we accomplished our mission. I need to get back to the guards and Wildfire to wrap things up. You two should head over to Natasha's place and check in on the wounded.
Sure. Come find us later at the clinic. Let's leave Japar to his business and head back to town.
Можно меня телепортом туда? Нельзя. Ладно, пешочком.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Well, are you hurt?
Let me take a look.
I see. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. The clinic has been busy while you were gone. We've treated many people, soldiers and civilians alike. All in all, I owe everyone a big thank you. It would have been much harder if Wildfire had operated alone. Thanks to Captain Japard, we managed to keep our losses to a minimum. I'm sure people will begin to appreciate the Silvermane Guards after this battle. How could I forget about you two? We couldn't have done it without your help.
You're too kind. They deserve the real credit. I doubt I'd have come back in one piece without them.
Sounds like you went through a lot of danger. Are you hurt, Miss Serval?
Ну, если ты психолог, вдобавок.
I'm alright, don't worry. Everything worked out eventually. Let's wait for the rest of them to get back.
Miss Natasha, we've returned.
Как-то быстро.
Is that Japard?
Mr. Oleg has a pretty good handle on what's needed in the mine. He's arranging for rescue teams and supplies to be sent over. He won't be back for a while.
Looks like you guys have the situation under control. Thank you. I'd love to sit down and chat with all of you, but I still have a backlog of patients to see. Oh, there was a girl and her brother who said you saved their lives. You might want to check on them and see how they're doing.
Natasha's right. We should make sure those children are all right.
Чё?
Come on, drink it up and you'll feel better.
But there's smoke coming out of it.
It's you.
You saved us from the monsters in the mine. You guys are Silverman guards from the overworld, right? If you hadn't been there, we would have... I'll think of a way to repay you. I'll get a job and...
Да не надо.
That's very kind of you. If Mom and Dad were still here, they'd want us to return the favor.
Mom and Dad went somewhere far away a long time ago. Haven't come back yet.
They'll come back one day, Zeno.
So, you're looking after your brother on your own? That must be hard.
Not really. It's my responsibility as a sister. I'm just worried that with all these monster invasions, maybe one day I won't. My brother is too young to survive in the underworld. To think he might have to live on his own.
The misjudgment of the former Supreme Guardian isolated the underworld for more than a decade. With that isolation came tragedy. But under Lady Bronya's leadership, the Silvermane Guards will atone for past mistakes and bring relief to the people. From now on, you don't need to worry about the safety of your family.
Обнадежил, да.
Captain Shepard.
Taking care of yourself is hard enough under these circumstances, let alone if you have a brother to look after. I know it can't have been easy. Zeno, right?
Yes, Mr. Captain.
You're still young, so you need to stay under your sister's wing. But when you grow up, remember to use what you've learned to protect her. Be there when she needs you, and listen to her when she feels vulnerable. She'll do the same for you.
Okay, sir. I'll protect my sister when I grow up.
Thank you, Captain Shepard. Zeno and I will remember your words.
You know, we're pretty good at turning a happy reunion into a tear fest. Let's call it a day and give them some room.
И
If you're not too
безрадостно.
tired, Shepard, can I talk to you for a
Безжизненно и
moment?
безрадостно. Так, ну что, экспресс отменяется, как я понимаю, да?
What you said back there. Did you really mean it?
Of course I did. And it wasn't some last-minute speech I cobbled together. It's how I've always felt. We can't always face problems alone and build walls to keep people out. We need to learn to rely on others. Especially those we care about the most.
I know what you're up to, Jeppy.
Huh? What do you mean?
You made it sound like you were talking to those kids. But you were talking to me. Who's building that wall now?
Well, a Landau just called out a Landau.
Shepard. I changed my mind. Change of plan. I've decided to stay in Belobog.
Эх, Имика так обрадовалась.
I just want you to know that I would have supported your decision, no matter what you chose. I wasn't trying to force you to stay.
I know that, Shepard. Don't worry. I've thought this one through for a change. What you said was the last piece of the puzzle for me. I suddenly realized that my decision to leave was just me trying to run away from my problems. Wasn't a mature decision. I've always found it hard to handle complex relationships. Be it Cocolia or my family. The first thought I have when things don't work out is to run away. Starting from today, that's no longer the case. After all, I'm not doing this on my own, right?
Right.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had any idea about the hardships people were going through in the underworld. It made me feel like maybe I could help a little and make Belobog a better place. I have one last thing that I might need your help with. I want to see the Stellaron. I want to see the place where Cocolia sacrificed herself.
Ну, значит, на холм Вечное Зимье пойдем. Он же так называется.
Oh, but before that, I need to go back to the workshop and get something.
Гитару?
Why don't you head north first
Электрогитару.
and I'll catch up with you? It's all right. I've got Gepard with me. We'll be safe. See you in a bit.
Они быстрее сюда придут, да? А, они... Кстати говоря, насколько я помню, там какой-то купол был. Отметин от этого купола нету. Ну ладно. Ты посмотри, во что одето. Тогда будет все понятно.
They had such advanced technology back in the day. Impressive.
This is where Madame Cocolia died.
She gave something back in death. I wanted to come here to perform for Cocolia.
Песня.
I'm glad you guys are here to witness it.
А где гитара?
Not the nicest spot for a show. And the equipment could be better. Sorry about that.
The stage is yours, sister.
Look at me, Cocolia. Don't you dare look away. Because I will no longer live in your shadow!
Не, я не буду нажимать. О.
Happy?
Happy. I just wish I could have seen the look on her face. Shame. Well, that's all from me. Thanks for sticking by my side throughout all of this. As for tonight,
Не думал, что это затянется на 3 часа.
big feast to celebrate.
So, you're getting the tab?
Ладно, на этом, пожалуй, все. О, и гепард тоже. Да-да. Давно музыки не было. Ладно. На этом я закончу, пожалуй. Мне уже надо идти. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, заходите в группу в ВК, в сообщество в Телеграме и на серверах в Дискорде. Пока.